Hey, Brad Ward again, Bud Haynes Auctions and Ward's Auctions. Product walkthrough for lot number 229 to 323, non-restricted, and probably one or two antiques sprinkled in, I don't know for sure. And one out of order is 298 on the Canadian Centennial Commemorative, octagonal barrel with the box. The box has been, taped up and whatnot. I don't think the firearm's ever been fired. I think that it is new in box or mint in box or close enough to it, and the box is the one that's a little bit tired. We're going to zip through these things nice and quick, and then we still have one more batch after that. 229 on the Cooey 64 bolt semi-automatic, mag fed. Just to let you hear the action and look for the other information in your pictures and description. 230 on the P14. Feels positive. Safety on. Safety off. Springs are tight. Everything feels good on that one. 231 on the Winchester 2400. It's newer, and it does not appear to have had a lot of use. Safety on. Oops, a little string behind there anyway. Safety off. Not a lot of use on that one for sure. Number 232 on the Mauser. Safety on. Safety off. Two, three in the Stevens 94 hinge brake. No safety on these, I don't think. You would just lower the hammer carefully. Feels good. It's tight when it locks up. Number 234 on P14 sporterized. Safety on, safety off. It doesn't quite close in there. It's got a positive spring action, but it doesn't quite get in there. Number 235, Mossberg 500. It's got definitely some use to it, use wear on it, use wear, and I swear. Feels smooth. Safety's on, safety off. Used for sure. 237 on the Stevens. Hinge brake. Right now it's locked, it's tight. Opens nicely, it's not rattling around when it's open. Triggers are locking, I'm not going to let them fall hard. Both unlock or release. And 236 CIL 402 hinge brake again. It's used, it's got wear in all the right areas. But it's tight when it locks up. Trigger feels good. 238 twin ports side by side. Nice patina on it. Safety went on automatically. Safety off. It's a little tiny bit of movement when it's locked. Cycling again. Safety went on. Safety off. 281, the Ruger M77. This one is lightly used. This is a good clean piece. Safety on, safety off. No need to be concerned about this one. Same as the next one, if I recall, on the M77 as well. This one's in 204, this is 6mm. And again, lightly used as far as I can see. As far as I'm concerned, this is safety on, safety off. I don't see any evidence of much use, and certainly not hard use. 283 Remington, 870, kind of semi-deluxe looking. Certainly it's been used. You can see that. Cycle's nice, safety on, safety off. I don't anticipate any concerns there. 284 on the Marlin. You can unlock it with that little release there. Feels good. This feels pretty smooth. Don't want to dry fire it too many times. You can decock it. You can have half cock. 285 is a Remington, tube fed again. Guess it could be sliding the tubes around. Looks like a little repair there. Again, that's more a function of the photographs and description, although we don't pick up on everything. You know, and just because we're doing these videos, I'm hoping it doesn't kind of come back and say, but you didn't notice this, or point this out. 286 on the Mauser. Nice military piece again. Good spring, tight spring there. Safety on. Safety off. You can hear that it's got a good solid operation. On the SVT 40, doesn't seem like it's had a lot of use. Electric pencil mark for serial numbers and so on, and then yet no wear. So I don't think it's had a lot of use. I'll just leave the mag out for a second so that I can cycle. I just don't see any evidence of there being any real use on it, to be honest. And 288. This one's Egyptian. It's got Egyptian markings on it. And again, look at the pictures and descriptions as far as that goes, because you're going to be impressed. The safety feels a little like it just flops there. That could possibly use a little attention. I don't know why it's, anyhow, that's, I don't think that's major, but let's get the mag in there. Which is a bit fiddly. And you can see that locks there. I'll leave it like that for now. Don't trap your finger in it when you get it home. 289 on the traditional lumen. So this is basically a lumen action. Safety is more positive on this one. Take the mag out. Safety is definitely more positive. Action feels good on this one. Locks back. Lot number 290 on the Ross. Straight pullback. Safety on. Sights. Safety off. Decent little Ross. Number 291, another 7722. Mag fed, the mag's in there. And no reason to think that it's had a whole bunch of use. It's had some, there's no doubt about that. But it hasn't had tons and tons. Safety on. Safety off. Nice, good little varmint gun, or clinker, or whatever. 293. This one's a little, these ones are a couple little old pieces here. This one's an FN. Feels weak in the spring. You can even sort of probably tell. And it's loose, but it's got a lot of miles on it, this one here. And it is complete, it's functioning. I think you're just gonna find that you are gonna need to put in a new spring. I suspect, and I could be wrong, you don't know till you try it. I just suspect you'll end up with a whole bunch of non-fires, bunch of misfires. 294, Stephen's Little Scout. Seems like unmolested finish on the barrels. The rear sight is missing. Again, that's more of a function of the pictures and stuff, but mechanically it is going through the motions. Certainly is used. There is no doubt about it that is a fairly well used piece. This one's an antique. This is a Webley & Sons with a Martini Henry action. You can tell it's well pitted and so on, that possibly, I don't know if it would have been cleaned off after, because I don't think you'd get that patina back. So I think it's original unmolested patina, but it does have a lot of pitting on there. But it does give it lots of character, and the action is operational, and the cocking indicator is working. So in that respect, you know, it's a pretty solid little piece, but it definitely has a lot of stories to tell. There's no doubt about that one. 296 on the Enfield, full wood, very nice piece. That in that respect, it's got the cutoff there. I'm gonna go single shot, safety on. I think let's watch this one. Hang on. Yeah, see that? I put the I cocked it. I put the safety on. I even moved the bolt there a little bit. When I came out, I didn't do it that time, but it has in the past, and it did that first time. It didn't do it that time. However, look at what we have here. We've got the sight to go along with that. So that's fun stuff. So this is definitely, as much as that little mechanism there, don't discount that, get that fixed, so that's a safety issue. This is well worth getting that addressed. That was lot number 296. 297 is another Enfield full wood. Safety on. See how it didn't move the bolt there at all? That other one, that's tied together. There's some issue when you put the safety on and it's actually moving that bolt. That's tied to the same reason why it released when we took the safety off. This one feels smooth and together and full wood and nice. Next one is virtually new. Remington 700 left-handed. Heavy barrel. I mean, you probably can't really tell from the video. That's a good thick barrel. It's heavy. Parkerized style finish. They might have their own word for it, but there's no miles on this one. This is a very new firearm. There's very little use on it. It's probably had 1 or 2 shots on it, but I don't think much more than that, to be honest. Even from a handling point of view, I don't see a whole bunch of evidence of use. 302 Marlin 38, 302, little pump gun, tube fed. This one's fun. I'll show you after we cycle a couple of times. This needs lube. This is dry. I can tell that, but the safety is push down, push up. So that's fun. So if you push it down, it's on. So safety is on. Push it up, which you can do with your trigger finger. And it opens up. Now then, I'll probably end up making a bit of a fool of myself. See that little action there? Releases that catch. Let's see if I can put it together without looking the fool. I wonder if I should have put that back. There you go. How cute is that? It seems to be working quite nice. A bit sluggish, but again, more of a function of let's get it home and give it a good bath, just like you do when you adopt a child. Number 303, this is in 22 Hornet. Mag fed. This little piece. Now it's had a life. It's taped together. The action is a bit, you know, a bit tight, it's a bit worn. The safety is a little bit loose, but functional. Safety on, safety off. It's functional, it's been drilled a couple of times for optics, taped together. But a good little, and for if you don't have a Hornet already, that's a good one to get. But you know, be aware that it's had a life before today. 302 on another 870, Remington 870. Not a lot of signs of wear. Feels smooth, and again, if anything, just a bit dry. Safety on, safety off. A lot of the firearms come to us have been sitting in a gun room or a safe for a long time, untouched, and so they're just a bit dry. 305, we do give a little schmuttum now and again when we're cataloging and lube things up a little bit, but not everything. 305 is a Browning BLR in 308, and this one's had a life before today, and so it's had use, but it feels nice. I was playing with it earlier, so it's smooth. Magazine comes out nicely, goes in nicely. So yes, it's been used, but I think it'd be a good shooter. I can tell by the smell. 306 Winchester 94, full length tube. It feels like it catches just a little bit. Is it just a dryness? Probably. You can see some fresh lube in there. I guarantee that's me from when I was cataloging, trying to sort of say, I wonder if it needs a little bit of love. But it's, you know, you can tell it's dry inside there, but it is cycling through. And the lever stays up. Loading gate spring is good. 307 Enfield, sporterized Enfield here. This strap is just sitting dangling through that. It doesn't have a loop at the back here. Safety on, safety off. What you see is what you get on this one. It's exactly like the one that I have. Just something that you can just have. I've never seen one of these before in my life. I don't think it's had a lot of miles on it. 308, this is a Daisy 2202 in .22 LR. Mag fed, so the magazine does come out. It's plastic, faux wood. It's got this collapsible stock. It's a little bit sticky. I did extend it out earlier, there we go. I don't think it's had a lot of use. It's a plastic barrel with a steel liner, or a metal liner. It's fun, it's different, I'm just saying. Not a lot of use, I'm quite sure of it. 309, it might have even hit collector status, I don't know. Browning BLR again. This one does not have an optic on it, but it is threaded 4. It's had a life before today. It's got pitting on it, not pitting, finish missing, and of course as soon as that, it turns that, it starts to rust as soon as that bluing is gone. This is I've mentioned it before in other pieces, when it's eaten away that much of the blue, it's like some blood was on there from a hunt and didn't get cleaned off. Very corrosive, as you know. Mag comes in and out smoothly. So it feels very nice mechanically. Just know that it has had a life before today. 310 on the Model 5, a little optic on it. Bolt action. This is a mag fed repeater. Needs a cleaning. It's sluggish, mainly due to the cleaning aspect of it. There's the safety on, safety off. So yeah, there's no denying that is sluggish, but you can tell by looking that it's overdue for a cleaning. And I suspect that once you do, it'll be a different feeling trigger altogether and action. 311 on the Savage 110. This has got homemade scope covers. I think it's old inner tube, which is fun. It's left-handed. Might be from the same guy as the other left-handed one, I don't know. This one's had a life before today, so it's been used. It's a bit sluggish, mostly from a dryness. I mean, I'm confident that once it's clean, there's safety on, safety off. Once it's had a cleaning and a lubing, you're going to find that it is a different feeling action. It's just dry and neglected a little bit. And it was a user, it was a shooter. I mean, all the finish is well worn and so on. You look at the pictures. So it was somebody's favorite hunting gun. And even left-handers are allowed to shoot, apparently. 312, a Marlin 88, 22 long rifle. This one is mag-fed from the back. And nothing untoward other than the fact that, again, it needs a cleaning. This next one, full disclosure, Fred T. Baker, he's got some character to him. He's all taped together and whatnot, and thumb release on that one. I mean, it's not floppy, and when it's together, it's snuggish. I'm not going to dry fire it, but it does lock, and 2 triggers, and it does release, and it's a wall hanger. I think you would just leave it the way it is with that patina, and just make it a conversation piece. Nice Damascus barrels, good patina, but you know, it is, in fact, I'm not even going to put it back down on its bumper, because we're going to see if we can save it from losing any more all over the floor. And plus it's losing character maybe, I don't know. 314, this is a Sour & Son Royal. Look at the wood, beautiful, beautiful wood. I know that's not what we're here to talk about, we're here to talk about action, but I already know, tight, all we're going to say is good things about it. Because there's no way that this has a bunch of use on it. White metal receiver, blued barrels, there's no wear in any of the handling areas. Locks up nice and tight. Safety will be on, safety's off. 1, 2. Safety is going to automatically go on. Safe. And 1, 2. So I don't think it's had any use to speak of. It is cracked in the fore end from the back of that plate to there, and that has way more to do with a bit of wood dryness than any sort of use issue, because it has not really been used. On the Husqvarna, lot number 315, we're going to find that this is a good clean one. Safety on. I mean, nothing is loose and floppy. It all feels very, very solid. So buy that one with confidence as well. 316 Schultz & Larson. This is a custom piece. Schultz & Larson, the barrel is, it even says twist 12-inch on it. Utterup, Denmark. I mean, if it's like butter. If you can feel, I hope that's coming across, because I'll tell you what, it is like butter. Safety on, safety off. No hesitation in recommending that one at all. This is just action, and well, action barrel, you need a stock. 317, it's a custom Mauser, and it is in 458 mag. I don't know if it's been worked on and fixed up, or if this is sort of an original. Feels very nice though. I'll bet you there is a, yeah, it feels very nice. I think it's been reworked. I think you'll probably find that there are stocks, I mean, in the sale, might even be from the same consignor as this one, that were, you know, sort of roughed in project stocks. Lot number 318 on the Husqvarna and 30-06. So that would be awesome to put one on that one. I think this one's been reworked. It looks like it's had a new finish on the barrel and receiver. I might be speaking slightly out of school there. Safety on, safety off. It feels good, but I think it's been redone. Yeah, I'm pretty confident that that's a redone barrel. 319 custom muzzle loader. It's got a nice looking wood and all the rest of it, so it's a more deluxe piece for sure. It doesn't look like, I don't know if it's ever been used. I think this is one of those new kits that somebody put together. It's heavy. I mean, look at the size of that freaking octagonal barrel. This is a very heavy piece. Well, it's got a set trigger as well. Now I'm reluctant to, I'm gonna just go ahead and hurt myself is what I'm gonna do here. Yeah, it's got a beautiful set trigger. So if you really wanted to go target shooting, this would be the one. You know, if you wanted to do muzzle loading, that set trigger there, and then just a hair trigger afterwards. Let me just release my thumb. I bet I got a bruise in there now. Very nice piece. Polished brass accents on it, and I don't think, I'll be surprised if it's ever been shot. 320 on the Browning Mag 12. Safety on, safety off. Everything feels really nice about this one. There is no reason to think that there's any concerns there at all. Those are probably pretty loud and they slam the actions right at the camera there. We'll learn as we go along. On the Mosin, this is 321. It's a little sluggish and probably more due to being dry than anything else, because it's certainly not worn and it's just a little sluggish. So I think it's more dry than anything else. 322, this little Enfield here has had a bit of a marriage. You can see that not all the wood matches, there's a piece missing. And other than that, let's see how we feel about it. Pretty much like every other one you've ever handled. Safety on, safety off. Probably worth, you know, and even this has been monkeyed around with. So I think there's a lot of marriages here and so on. So it's a basic military wood shooter, if you will. 323, 30-06 on the Seiko. This is the last one for this lot. Missing a screw right here, just so you know, where the sling ring is, missing the sling ring. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Mechanically, I think you got virtually new. That's like butter. Safety on, safety off. That one is, in fact, like butter. So buy that one with confidence, I think. So we have one more batch to do down the other side that we'll do right away. And again, thanks for watching, and I won't ramble on about why you were watching. Cheers.